Tonight, join Ed Kavalee, Kate Langbroek, Lawrence Mooney, Arj Barker and Peter Helliar as we test their knowledge of the week's events on Have You Been Paying Attention? And now, here's your host, Tom Gleisner.
It's Monday, September the 8th. We have a stellar lineup of contestants in tonight. In the red corner, Triple M Brisbane breakfast host and multiple show winner, Ed Kavalee. TV and radio presenter and Sunday-style columnist, Kate Langbroek. Award-winning comedian and host of ABC2's Dirty Laundry Live, it's the ever-so-clean Lawrence Mooney. On his World Go Time tour all the way from California here on a 457 visa, it's the amazing Arj Barker. And finally, a man who, on his last appearance, set a new record, the least number of correct answers from someone who hosts their own nightly news show, the fabulously ill-informed Mr. Pete Helliar. Welcome to our first-timers. Arch, lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
You're familiar with how this all works?
Yeah, I've had a look at it.
Got nothing more to say. And you're currently in the middle of a bit of a tour around the country?
Yeah, I'm doing a few gigs around the country and taking a little time off in between.
From last time I saw you, it's still mainly magic-based sort of stuff.
Lawrence, lovely to have you along for the first time as well. You're about to embark on your own stand-up tour of the country.
Yes, Lawrence Mooney is a stupid liar.
He said it, not me.
It's heading out. But I've got to say, Tom, so excited to be here. I'm a big quiz show fan.
Really?
And so I don't want to call you Tom tonight. I'd like you to choose your sobriquet from Terps, Baby John or Tony Barber.
It's a tough list.
So what would you like to be called tonight?
We can't add Grant Denyer to the...
Let's go in-house. Let's call you Grant.
OK. I think you guys know how this all works. Yeah. Let's put our hands on our buzzers. Pete.
I have some gigs coming up as well, but that's all right. Let's start the show.
We'll come back to the dates a little bit later. Yeah. The oldest woman in the world turned 127 this week.
Oh,
Kate, I'm going to ask...
That was an accident.
All right, well...
No, she definitely turned 128, Kate.
Yeah, that is... Where is she from? Lawrence.
Is she a Qantas stewardess?
Incorrect. Katie.
She is Hugh Hefner's first wife.
I didn't actually ask for the backstory, just the country of origin. Ed.
She's from Melbourne, the Real Housewives of Melbourne.
Anyone else want to...
No one.
I'm not sure where she's from, but I believe she lived in a shoe.
I think we've all had a decent swing. She's in fact from Mexico. We have to take a break. Back with... No. We'll keep going. She said the key to long life was eating chocolate and never what? Ooh, Pete.
Dying, Tom.
She said the key to long life was eating chocolate and never getting married.
Oh. Really?
She said it, not me.
So her motto is the same as Arj Barker?
Thank you.
That's right.
What is Tony Abbott talking about here?
There is artillery fire, there are tank movements, there are airstrikes.
Lawrence.
He's talking about the Ukraine.
He's talking about...
he's talking about Ukraine.
Indeed, no
It's
definite
not-
article.
No definite article.
He's talking about Ukraine. It's been a busy week for the PM. In Parliament on Wednesday, he received a question from the member for Lindsay, and I'm not sure he was paying all that much attention.
The importance of stronger economic and security ties with our regional partners.
I call the Honourable the Prime Minister.
Well, thanks, Madam Speaker. I do thank the member for Lindsay for his question and the...
Can I just point out the Prime Minister and the Minister for Women's Affairs? All right, first people wanted to see Obama's birth certificate. Now they want to see Tony Abbott's what? Pete?
Resignation.
Certainly, there will be a groundswell. Not groundswell. Okay.
His citizenship certificate, or whatever you get, because he was born...
In Britain.
Yeah,
they want to see the renunciation of his British citizenship. So it's like...
Yeah, turn back the Prime Minister.
Kate, I shall pay that. Tony Abbott met with the Indian Prime Minister on Friday. What gift did our PM present him with? Kate.
Well, this is strange. He gave him a statue of Shiva.
Yes, a
But it
golden
was a
Shiva.
statue that had been stolen from India, so he returned it.
Kate, you have all the key components.
Amazing.
It was a good trip for the PM. He got to ratify a uranium trade deal and make a guest appearance on India's version of The Bachelor. There you go. And they go all out there.
He's going all the
Big
way.
rose ceremony. All right, what TV show did Clive Palmer storm out of this week? Arj.
Game of Thrones.
Not quite
Come on,
Pete.
Helliar.
The project!
First objection, by the way. Yeah.
Okay, what's your objection?
Well, that he's in the show.
This one? Okay.
In the project.
Kate, are you objecting to the fact that Pete knows because he was on the
Yes,
project?
I object to knowledge
Okay,
on this
yeah,
show.
well, you've come to the right show.
That's
All right.
not the way it's played.
Well, you know, to be fair, I'm half Indian. I didn't try to answer the one about the statue.
Very true. Staying with politics, Jackie Lambie delivered her first what in Parliament this week? Lawrence.
It was a maiden speech.
Indeed it was. Jackie revealed that she's related to whom? Arj.
Sarah Palin.
Wow. Arj, more information,
That's
please.
interesting.
In fact, it's Tasmanian...
It was an Indigenous elder, wasn't it?
Yes, Aboriginal chieftain Manalagurna. Ed, I shall pay that. Why were world leaders gathered in this Welsh town? Arj.
Because they were using Apple Maps and they were trying to get to Geneva.
Something to do with it, but it was actually a major world event. Ed.
A G20?
No, the NATO summit.
Oh, NATO.
It's a NATO summit.
NATO?
I can actually speak Welsh, Tom.
Please.
Is that right? Thank you, Lawrence. Beautifully done, Kate.
Culturally insensitive.
A
Tom.
little, but
Just
Who
noting
cares
it.
about... OK.
as part of sanctions, Australia will no longer be selling what to Russia? Ooh, Lawrence.
Members of the amazing race, Tom.
It's a one-way trade deal.
That's nice.
No, little Arj.
Tim Tams.
Oh, that'd be an embargo that none of us would want to see put in place. In fact, it's Kate.
Uranium.
You've got it.
Oh, they're missing out. Yeah.
They are missing out on our Aussie
So
uranium.
you can do uranium in that accent and that's culturally sensitive?
Close enough. Tell me, why is this building in the news? Ed.
Oh, new location for the block, I'm guessing?
Would be. No, Lawrence.
New Scotland Yard is for sale.
OK, a bit of Pope watch. Who is the Pope meeting here? Kate.
Diego.
It's that soccer player.
It is that soccer player.
Diego Maradona.
Diego Maradona, indeed.
The hand of God.
Correct, Kate. The Reserve Bank met during the week. What did they decide to do? Pete.
They're going to unleash the pens.
From the little chains.
Oh, so they're changing.
Free the pens.
Oh,
Free the pens.
Who let the pens out? Who?
We let the pens out. Who?
Do you know what, Tom? People will be thinking, geez, X Factor's worse than it normally is.
I'm sorry.
Actually, that's about right.
I want to know what the Reserve Bank decided to do, and I think Arj has the floor.
The Reserve Bank decided to tell the A Bank that they're ready to get in the game.
Nonsense.
Does anyone know what the Reserve
Yes,
Bank
I
did?
do, Tom. This is
please.
serious. Their rates on hold again.
Indeed. They didn't meet as usual in Sydney. Where did they meet this time round, Pete?
Penrith. Who?
Adelaide.
Oh, Adelaide.
It was
frustrating.
A Buckingham Palace guard was disciplined during the week. What for? Ed.
Look, Tom, if you upskirt the Queen, then
There's no cameras
you've got
involved.
a camera on the
What's
shoe.
this one, Pete?
He danced.
He danced indeed. Take a look.
Look at him go.
Some very
Well, he spun.
fine.
He spun.
He spun, danced, and almost twerked. And that brings us to the end of the segment. After the break, royal news, celebrities gone back to The Bachelor. We find out how much you've been paying attention. We're off to a flying start. Let's see if we can't keep that scoreboard ticking over. The Queen declared this week that she's sick and tired of what? Kate.
Lobster.
Crustaceans. No, Pete.
Camilla.
Arj.
Hats. She's always
Okay.
wearing hats.
Anyone else? Lawrence.
Seeing her husband naked.
Okay. Ed, dive in.
Selfies.
Thank you, Ed. Selfish. Canberra has just seen the opening of Australia's largest what? Arj.
Envelope.
They would have shown up for that
footage.
too, Arj. No, it's a little more impressive than just that. Anyone?
Oh, no, it was environmental. Wind
It is.
farm.
Solar. A solar farm. Sorry,
I
Ed.
think you'll find
No, that's
solar.
panel.
So well done. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Salute you.
Well done, Tom. Yeah.
Staying on the science theme, take a look at this ad.
Try Dorcalax. Its two-way action stimulates the bowel.
It stimulates the bowel and Pete.
Seduces the bladder.
That should be patented. Arj.
Stimulates the bowel and freshens the breath.
Let's find out.
Softens the stool.
Softens the stool.
Can I get some of that? This stool's really hot.
Back to me. Back to me.
Ah, she went in the dance. You've got to get your hands on.
All right, let's slip into something a little more sequined. It's time for this.
Yeah.
Come on, Tom.
Joan Rivers died this week following surgery complications. What was her real name? Kate.
It was Joan Molinsky.
Joan Alexandra
And
Molinsky.
can we just have, as the audience traditionally gives this show, an hour's silence?
I think that's coming up after us at 9:30. All right.
Yeah, just a little polite round of applause for Joan.
We'll stay on theme. What did Joan Rivers have buried with her on Sunday? Ed.
Red carpet.
Indeed, the red carpet upon which the guests at her funeral walked.
Yeah.
Really nice touch. Take a look at Benedict Cumberbatch's acceptance speech at the GQ Men of the Year Awards.
I drank a lot and I need the loo, so thank you very much. I'll see you later.
Tell me, what award did he just win? Hey,
Best actor.
Actor of the Year, but that's close enough.
Yeah, thank you.
Well
Actor
done.
in it.
Why was Ricky Gervais in trouble this week? Kate.
Well, because he posted this photo and it was interpreted by people that he was making fun of people whose naked selfies were stolen.
Indeed. Nude photos of more than 100 famous women have been leaked online. Where were they first posted, Ed?
Your laptop, Tom.
Thank you, Ed. Straight into it. Nothing to do with me. What was the name of the website, Katie?
4chan.
4chan was the image sharing site involved.
I'm just pretending I didn't go there straight away.
Okay, it's been revealed that Maria Shriver cheated on Arnie with his what? He had an affair with the maid, she had an affair with Pete?
Terrible. His twin, Danny DeVito.
Arnold's campaign manager.
Indeed.
He was just polling the electorate.
All right, exciting news. Tom Jones, Olivia Newton-John and Ed Sheeran are performing together. Where? Hey.
Big day out. Terrible lineup.
Yes. No, it's an event. Lawrence.
The end of days.
I think that's a good wide lineup, Pete.
I'm back in AFL Grand Final, actually.
The half-time entertainment at that event. What exciting news did amazing race contestants Tyson and Sally announce this week? Ed.
Great news. He's found a shirt.
Anyone follows, Pete?
They finally used their glamour photography voucher.
That's exactly what that is.
Kate,
No
please.
idea, but obviously they must be pregnant.
Close, they're engaged. I'm a little excited because it's time for some bachelor action. On Wednesday, Osher did this.
Yep.
What was in the envelopes, Ed?
Nude selfies.
No, Kate.
It was the dates.
Invitations
to go on a date.
one-on-one dates.
3 single dates.
Indeed. Where did Blake take Sam? Kate.
Well, they went on a helicopter and then they went to some polo
Sydney
farm.
Polo Club. Kate, you got it.
Yes.
Lorena also scored a date. Take a look.
This is one of the most iconic locations in Sydney.
Where were they?
It's the spot where Jodie Mears smashed her car into.
Nice, there's a little club
Right here, baby.
Well, this was really sly of Blake.
Yeah, really sly.
Because she was expecting fine dining,
Yeah.
and instead he took her bowling at Strike Bowling, and she was mortified because she had to wear clown shoes with her cocktail
She
dress.
did, and then they went on to...
But then he made a deal with her. He said, if you win, what would you like to happen on this date? And she said, I'd like to be somewhere at a fine restaurant with you, eating beautiful food. And then he took her to some dirty street pie vendor.
Lucky guess, Tom. Lucky guess.
Later in the night, Blake presented Lorena with something special.
Are you kidding me?
What is he holding? Why am I not surprised? Kate?
It was her chihuahua.
Her dog, Bambi.
Was that her dog already, or did he give her the dog?
Yes.
He gave it was her dog. She was missing so much by being on the series that he went and had the dog brought to her.
He did the same thing we did to India. He gave him the statue back.
Like to think enough.
I feel real at home here.
You've been here enough. You've got dual citizenship.
You guys.
Okay, I want you to take a look at Osha.
Something's just happened that affects you all.
What was it, Lawrence?
Did he shit himself?
No, he did not.
It was a shot. Technically, it was a shot.
Lawrence just said, did he shit himself? I just like to remind us of that. And yet, when you look at Osha, he seems like he might be right.
It's quite inclusive. How he's gone, something just happened that will affect us all.
It's affected all of us, Tom. It's affected everyone in their own way.
Do we have vision of him walking?
Had been asked to leave, so there was no rose ceremony. That was the big event. All right, we've got to take a quick break. Next thing, well, the sport. We're about walking away through events for the weekend, finding out how much our contestants can remember of them. Ed, you've had a busy weekend in Brisbane.
Very much so, Tom. It was Brisbane's Comic-Con was on, so the big comic book festival was there. Yes, Katie and I went along, and the big stars this year were William Shatner, the first Star Trek captain, and Orlando Bloom. And true story, the pricing schedule was for Orlando Bloom $100 for an autograph, $100 for a photograph, and for $200 he'll punch you in the face.
Excellent.
The deluxe package.
OK, let's start by adding a few names to our ice bucket list.
Oh.
Who did the ice bucket challenge on the lawn of Parliament House?
Lambie. Jackie.
Indeed. Take a look.
That's the infamous project one.
Yeah, where he stormed off.
During her ice bucket challenge, Susan Boyle managed to keep doing what? Lawrence?
She was singing.
She was singing. Take a look.
Hope was high and life was living.
It nearly comes off. Oh, it nearly comes off again.
Mind you, it was a little...
Her top nearly comes off and her nipples would have been rock hard, Tom.
During her ice bucket challenge, Kim Kardashian managed to keep doing what? Oh, Lawrence.
I'm a Kim Kardashian fan. I know she would have been taking a selfie, Tom.
Let's take a look. It's from an upcoming episode of Ellen, and indeed, she had the camera out through the entire thing.
And during that, her nipples would have been rock hard.
He's talking about Ellen.
Thank you. Of course, for every ice bucket challenge, there's an ice bucket fail, especially if you get animals involved. All right, Denko Rub at the ready. It's time for this. Here we go. If I was at Stade Maurice Dufresne on Thursday, what event would I have been attending?
Socceroos versus Belgium.
Socceroos friendly. What about the game at Gran Canaria Arena? Pete?
The Canary race was on.
It was the Basketball World Cup game, Australia against Angola. To the US Open, and Kai Nishikori has become the first Japanese tennis player to ever do what?
Okay.
He's the first Japanese man to ever be in the final.
To make a Grand Slam final.
right, yeah.
Lawrence gets the point. John McEnroe said, quote, I feel sick to my stomach just watching this. What was he talking about? It was during the US Open. Arj?
Didn't they let some guy play and he said he should have been disqualified? Or something like that?
Are you referring to the female player Peng Shui?
Yeah.
Her semi-final, she cramped badly and they had to take her off twice in a wheelchair. Have a look at this.
Wow.
Tell me, what is going on here? Arj.
He's auditioning to become a guard for Buckingham Palace.
Would be good. Would be a shoo-in. It's, of course, Novak Djokovic. She's celebrating something.
He's
Lawrence?
just taking some Duralax, Tom.
He's just qualified for his 20th. Pete.
He got through to the quarterfinals, perhaps.
His 22nd quarterfinal in a row, but Pete, we're going to give you the points for that. All right,
That's a new thing I'm doing now.
take a look at Victoria Azarenka.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, stop. Who is she singing to? Lawrence.
JFK.
We probably stood a stop. Pete.
Rory McIlroy.
No, it was Gail Monfils.
Oh, no, but to be fair, that singing is so bad, she could win X Factor.
She could. The one-day cricket series wound up in Zimbabwe on the weekend. Who won? Pete.
South Africa.
D defeated us in the final. Who is this man and why is he celebrating? Pete.
That's Faf.
Faf du Plessis?
Yeah, we can't get him out. He made a lot of runs. I think his lowest score might have been 96.
He made century after century, named man of the series, but Pete, that's enough
He has
information.
completely misunderstood the ice bucket challenge.
Or taken it to its correct level. Who is this at the crease? He knows how to hit a ball. Ed.
Well, I don't know who he is, but he doesn't know the game. He ran the wrong way.
He did. He's not a cricketer, Lawrence.
I heard one of the audience members say Usain Bolt.
Oh, guys. Take a look in case you're in any doubt. It was Usain Bolt. There you go.
He's doing the Helliar.
He's doing that. He stole my move. I'm pretty sure I just invented that before.
That's unbelievable. That's what Helliar does. He points at someone else to run for him. No,
Possibly. This summer, the Channel 9 commentary team is getting what for the first time, Arj?
Pants.
We've never actually seen them from the waist down, Arj. Kate.
It must be a lady.
A female commentator, cricket captain Meg Lanning, is joining them. 6,000 people are.
Would she do that?
Well, I'm guessing she likes cricket.
Okay.
Thank you. 6,000 people arrived in Birdsville on the weekend for what special event, Lawrence?
It's the Birdsville Races.
It was indeed. To motor racing, the Formula E is about to start. What's special about it, Katie?
Oh, it's the e-cigarette championship where you vape as you drive, Tom.
All the drivers are on ecstasy, Tom.
It's the antithesis of motorsport because you can't hear the cars, it's electric.
Lawrence, you get the points. Electric cars. There you go. And hybrid grid girls. All right, the Tour of Spain is still underway. Name the top-ranked Australian, the Vuelta.
Is it Cadell?
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is Cadell. You're on the board in sport. Colombian rider Nairo Quintana pulled out. Due to what? Arj.
He wasn't ready to start a family.
The wording of his questions. Take a look.
He's judged a corner on a descent,
Oh, no.
crashing on the barrier, flipping his bike.
Get this, he kept writing that day, he crashed again the next day, and then he felt, maybe this is not for me.
So that's why they call them crash barriers.
Tell me, what are these members of the US basketball team seeing for the very first time?
That takes your breath away.
Pete.
I noticed they saw they were playing New Zealand and they saw the haka perform for the first time.
Didn't help New Zealand, they still lost. Yeah. Okay. We've got to take a break. Back with more right after this. What major decision will be handed down in South Africa this Thursday? A verdict in the Oscar Pistorius trial. OK, time now to enter the Discomfort Zone. Each of you gets a question on a topic you may not have a natural interest in. Kate, your first cab off the rank, and your special subject is Test cricket. No, you'll get this, Katie. Meg Lanning will be joining the Channel 9 commentary team, who is the only other woman ever allowed in the commentary box.
It was that actress. But what was her name?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh my goodness, please help me, someone.
The year was 1983.
She used to commentate for people that didn't know cricket positions with positions of the clock. She'd go, it's gone down to, 5 to 11.
Well, Kate, I'd love to give you the points because you're right. It was an actress.
Kate Fitz.
Patrick.
Kate Langbroek, ladies and gentlemen, gets the Discomfort Zone. Well done. All right, Lawrence.
Yes, Tom.
A bit of ballroom dancing for you. I want you to identify 2 of these celebrities in the upcoming Dancing with the Stars series. They've released the girls. You know your way around celebrities on Dirty Laundry Live. Give me 2.
The one on the second from right is from Home and Away.
Yes. But I think that's
actually the one in the middle. Her name is it's not Bryony. It's
What about misery, Tom? God.
Kylie Clark.
Exactly.
Puff's wife. April Rose Pinguili. Ricky Lee Coulter. Ashley Hart. Lynn McGranger. Irene from Home and Away. And Tora Bright.
Fantastic
the snowboarder.
lineup.
Good lineup. Not according to Lawrence. All right.
I have no idea who any of those people are in real life.
Clearly, no points for you. Okay, Arj. Australian basketball. What is the nickname of the Australian basketball team? Playing at the World Cup right
probably
now.
be something kind of cute.
When in doubt, we often kind of go animal.
Give you a hint? Can I give you a hint? Arj, it's the largest kangaroo.
Oh. The bloody big reds, mate.
Should be a good name. Arj, it's the Boomers.
But the Boomer isn't the largest kangaroo.
But it helped. It helped. Don't worry about it. Mate,
It didn't help. It didn't get the question right.
We might move on. Ed,
Yes.
Father's Day. Here's the Repco Father's Day catalogue with 30% off a 12-volt modified sine wave inverter. What would you use a modified sine wave inverter for?
If I was plugging in one thing and I was like a larger, like a NutriBullet, and then I was also, and then I was trying to plug in a sandwich maker, and I didn't want them to blow up, I'd want to invert the sine wave. Otherwise, she's going up.
Here's a clue, Ed. It's something that you use for your DVD player to attach it to the TV.
It's a cable.
Or even for the big red thing.
I'll tell you, it converts a car battery to power that can run household appliances.
I don't know, Tom.
Neither you nor Arj's clue were anywhere near the... All right, Pete. Now, it's just a reminder that you host a news show, a weekly news show, so we're going to ask you...
I don't do Fridays, Tom, so there's a lot of big news stories happen on the Friday.
World news. Australia has just opened a new embassy. In what city?
It's a good question, Tom. It's a good question. Which country is it in, Tom?
I could tell you and you still wouldn't get the city.
Well, you don't know that for sure.
Ukraine.
Kiev.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Helliar. All right, enough discomfort. It's time to put the safety goggles on and step into the lab for a bit of this.
Science.
Indeed it is. A new study has shown that half of Viking warriors were in fact what? Kate?
Women.
Russia's space agency sent 5 geckos into space. What happened? Pete?
They crash straight away. They can't drive those things.
They know that they died, sadly. Don't know why I'm laughing. Evidence shows eating fruit every day reduces the risk of what?
I'm going to use Duralax, Tom.
But more specifically, Arj.
Super good for your heart and your arteries.
Heart and artery disease reduced by 40%. I'll pay that, Arj. New research shows women find men most attractive when they're doing what? Lawrence.
Making shitloads of cash, Tom.
That's right.
Cooking.
Yes, working in the kitchen. New medical research shows that doing what too much could in fact shorten your life. Arj.
Sitting down.
You've got it, apparently.
True. It's the new smoking.
It is, sitting down, so...
Wow.
That's up you get, Pete.
All right, we've We've got to take a break. Back with more right after this. On buzzers, it's time for a little segment we like to call Rapid Recall. Start that clock. What has just been banned in Germany? Pete.
Laughing.
It's about... Oh, it's... okay.
Uber.
Uber, the taxi app service.
The other night, they're fantastic.
They're not happy. What happened to Open Gardens Australia this week, Kate?
Deep irony, they closed.
They closed down, Kate. 2 from 2. What is the most expensive holiday destination in Australia, Arj?
The food court at the airport.
That's probably true, but believe it or not, Uluru sneaks in just ahead. The price of Australia's biggest export slumped this week. What is our biggest export, Lawrence?
Iron ore.
Who will be allowed to march in New York's St. Patrick's Day parade for the first time next year, Pete?
Gay people.
Jetstar are currently cracking down on what, Arj?
Comfort.
In fact,
overhead luggage, people with giant overhead.
Correct.
They need antlers, Tom.
Oversized carry-on bags, it would never happen
Always
with
do that.
antler luggage. Tony Abbott celebrated an anniversary this week, 1 year since he became what?
Prime Minister on September the 7th, 2013. It's a day I'll never forget, Tom.
US Vice President Joe Biden has threatened to pursue ISIS terrorists to where, Arj?
To the gates of hell, and then he said Saddam Hussein can take over from there.
Absolutely. Quite correct, Arj. Australia Post wants to start charging extra for what, Kate?
Delivering your mail, basically.
Next day, same-day service. The state of California is planning a ban on what? Ed?
Arj's return.
In fact, it's plastic bags. Australian actress... Oh, and that brings us to the end of the show. Time to check the final scoreboard. And sadly, there can only be one winner. 4 of our contestants are going home empty-handed. And that winner is Kate Langbroek. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you to everyone for being part of the show. We'll leave you tonight with a moment from Russian TV, a newsreader showing that you can be a little too interested in your stories.
Кусок межпредела события Днепропетровск.
И как сообщают наши корреспонденты,